People hold world records for strange stuff out there. Some devote their entire lives to perfecting a particular skill and being the only person in the entire world to be able to pull it off. In this video, we'll be looking at a very special man named Kador Ziani, who once held the record of making the highest vertical jump in the world. Let's dive into Ziani's world of professional dunking. Before we discuss Kador Ziani's craft, let's first understand, what is professional dunking? We've all probably heard of the phrase slam dunk in basketball lingo. It's a shot you make when you make the shot by jumping up and forcing the ball through the net. Well, some basketball players don't dream of joining the NFL. Some of these basketball players direct their entire lives to chasing after one goal, and that is perfecting their slam dunk. Professional dunking is rapidly expanding all over the world, with slam dunk competitions being held in countries like France, Australia, and China. It's a fast-paced sport that truly gets the crowd energized. There are several creative ways in which the dunkers can approach their craft. Some players place many hurdles in their way, like an entire car or a row of people to jump over and make that dunk. Many players move toward the world of professional dunking after giving up their NBA or NFL dreams. But that doesn't mean that this world doesn't offer them anything in the world. Professional dunkers get to travel around the world to participate in different contests and have a large following on social media. So now let's see, who is Kador Ziani? Kador is now known to the world as a professional dunker, but let's first pick apart the myth behind the man. Born in France, Kador didn't have a lot of opportunities. He grew up in poverty, and that has been his biggest motivation to try to reach new heights. He grew up playing basketball on the streets of Paris. As basketball isn't a big sport in France, there weren't that many basketball courts that Kador could practice on. Apart from that, his financial situation stopped him from enrolling into basketball academies and pursuing the sport professionally. Not only did that work against him, but so did his height. The professional dunker is 5 feet and 11 inches tall, which is way shorter than the average height of an NBA player, which is 6 feet and 6 inches tall. With all of these factors standing in his way, you'd think that he'd just give up entirely and pick up a simple desk job. But Kador quickly turned all of his shortcomings into his strengths by choosing professional dunking as his next obsession. Ziani trained himself using little to no professional gym equipment. He used the materials that were available to him in public parks, like handrails, stairs, or cement blocks. When he turned 22, he joined Slam Nation. This is a group of professional slam dunkers in France. They've been participating in the NBA games since 1997 and are believed to have the world's best dunkers. Joining them gave Ziani an international reputation. So what's so great about Ziani? Through persistence and hard work, Ziani holds the record for making the highest vertical jump in the world. He's thought to have jumped as high as 56 inches or even 60 inches at one point, though this is an unofficial record as he doesn't have an authorizing body like the NFL to back this claim. Officially, it's Evan Unger who holds the title of world's highest jumper according to Guinness World Records. But whoever is the true owner of this title, it can't be denied Ziani has mad skills. To be able to jump that high without any professional training is a feat that few can accomplish. Not only has this French dunker earned worldwide fame through this record, he's also known for his creative moves on the basketball court. He's invented certain slam dunking styles that look next to impossible. One of his famous dunking styles is called the windmill. Ziani achieves this by rotating his arm in 360 degrees and pushing the basketball through the hoop as he flies by. He pushed himself further in this move by doing a double windmill. This is where he rotates his arm twice. Both of these moves are a spectacle to behold. In a special documentary on the sports star's life, his friends mentioned how they often forget to breathe every time he performs that move. Another one of his gravity-defying moves is called kicking the rim, which is just what it sounds like. In this step, Ziani runs up to the basketball hoop, jumps up to kick the rim where the basketball is placed. His kick launches the basketball into the net. Not only is it a cool move, but it's also quite risky, as Ziani has his back completely horizontal from the ground while jumping jumping. Ziani is also an entertainer on the court, as he's constantly looking for ways to stun the crowd. In one of his memorable stunts, he dunked himself through the hoop. Having a thin frame and major upper body strength, he pulled off a remarkable move. But we have to ask, how does he do it all? There's no doubt that Kador is a miracle on court, performing tricks that defy many laws of physics. But now, we're sure that you're wondering how he manages such moves. In his documentary, it's revealed that he believes in perfecting 3 core things. These are balance, strength, and flexibility. The high jumper trains around these 3 elements. His fellow jumpers from Flying 101, a dunking group, mentioned how hard they've seen him train. In his instructional videos, he again used normal everyday objects for his training. To perfect his balance, he's seen balancing himself on the railing. To build his core strength, he does several squats and endurance tests. To increase his flexibility, he does several mind-boggling stretches, all of which can be seen in his videos. There are shots of him stretching his legs on metal poles. His friends are astounded by how a man of his size and weight could make such shots. One of them said, quote, "He wears a size 9 shoe, but he dunks with so much power." Ziani also shares intense workouts on his YouTube channel called Zianimal Academy, where his focus on building strength, balance, and flexibility are obvious. For example, in one of the videos he shared a simple exercise with his viewers to increase their strength and balance and attempt a high jump. He instructed them to make their calves strong by balancing on the balls of their feet. You could tell that the guy is truly a marvel when you see in the video how thin his legs are. Now, let's see how Kador Ziani deals with his critics. When you gather so much fame, you're bound to have a lot of critics questioning your every single move. The same fate fell upon Ziani. When he launched his international career, his critics were quick to judge him on his size and stature. The Frenchman had to deal with people wondering what he'd do when his legs finally give way, when his age finally catches up to him. Ziani mentions this pressure to maintain young and fit in his documentary, as well as how he rose above it. When he made that high jump, he was in his prime. So with such a high, there had to come a low point. But for Ziani, he just kept on adapting. For him, dunking is everything. He believed that his 3 core principles would get him through this phase in his life as well. When he turned 33 years old, he suffered a major injury that tore the ligament in his right foot. People started to question whether he would jump again, let alone do a high jump. During this time, Ziani, being a practicing Muslim, was also observing Ramadan. This is a month where Muslims have to observe a day-long fast. Training with an injury and an empty stomach proved to be a difficult task, but Ziani pulled through. He made a major reappearance of his career in 2006 and stunned all of his critics. The dunking star also fights off criticism with his sense of humor. Kador is a big fan of the classic comedian Charlie Chaplin and shares that love with everyone by acting his favorite scenes out. He makes sure that everyone around him is having the best time and creating a positive energy all around to deflect all the haters. So what is the record holder doing now? By training and maintaining his philosophy, Ziani showed that he still got it. Even now as a 48-year-old, Kador proves through his videos online that jumping and dunking is an everlasting love and obsession. In an interview, Kador explained his love for jumping. To him, when he jumps, he feels truly alive. He even mentioned that he would like to die while performing a high jump. That's how much he loves it. He continues to spread his lifelong experience with professional dunking on his YouTube channel. That's a wrap for this video. Are you a fan of Kador Ziani now too? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.